Hey guys, welcome back, and we're going to talk about shelves and repainting shelves and stuff like that. We're also just, I guess in general, going to talk about the furniture. So a lot of the furniture I've gotten for free, and some of them were from friends, yes, but some of them were from big surprises. I'm just going to sit down for this on my eventually going to get repainted desk chair, which I took the back off because the back was ugly. I didn't like it. I don't need it. I just need a stool of sorts to sew on. So, this was free. Someone actually threw this away. This was a tiny little minuscule. It's it's metal and it's carved up. I just kind of have it covered with a Dollar Tree tablecloth that I also put a little lace on and stuff. Heart lace. But this was free. Someone threw this away. It's not ideal and it's not big. Like, it barely holds my sewing machine and all my little stuff that was on the dirt cheap or free. But it's not a bad idea. This is just a temporary thing. Eventually this will be the perfect size for my vanity makeup table I'm going to DIY the heck out of. So I don't know when that's going to happen. It's just whenever I'm able to get the desk. The desk is really the last big thing I need for in here, and then I'll be completely done. So this was free. This was a trash find. Don't be afraid of the trash, people. If it's clean and it's by the street, people are just getting rid of it because they don't have any place to put it, and they didn't want to take it to Goodwill. So instead of it going in a landfill and getting pretty much burned and obliterated, if anybody's seen Toy Story 3, I suggest picking an item up if you have a vehicle to do so. I squished this in the car, and this is iron. This is metal iron, and I got it and I painted it. It's white. You can't see, it's all curlicued and all that stuff. I painted it white a long time ago, and it did get scuffed up in the move and stuff, but it will eventually be a vanity table. This shelf right here was actually half off at a thrift store out of town, and it was $1. I will eventually fill those two holes for notches. Coda wants to say hi, but that was $1, and that's pretty cool. Another thing is, check your Walmart or wherever you're going shopping the most, like say TJ Maxx or wherever. This lamp right here that you see before you was only $2.50 on Walmart clearance. It didn't have the polka dots. Those are actually from a decal set from Dollar Tree with little Kawaii ice creams on it. I just wanted the dots. I just wanted polka dots on my lamp to give it that little retro feel. It looks really cute. They had gold, they had black, they had hot pink, and they had this. And I thought this was better. This is like a teal color. I wanted a mint lamp, but I have my mint on. My Fushine can just hang out right there. So that was $2.50 at Walmart of all places. So I needed a lamp, and the cool thing about it is it's LED, so I don't have to replace the bulb or anything like that. That's really cool, really awesome. I really love that. So, fun fact, the area we used to live, there was a lot of yard sales and stuff like that, and just as soon as the yard sale ended, you would think they would, put their stuff back in storage or whatever, or even take it to Goodwill when they were done. No, they would just set it on the street and hope somebody would come get it. I'm pretty sure they probably posted curb alert on Craigslist. That's another good way to get free shelves or free furniture that's in good condition. They just want it picked up. They don't actually want the trashman to get it. They just want somebody to come get it, and they don't want to have somebody knock on their door. So they're just like, hey, it's sitting on the curb, go pick it up. So there was a yard sale. There was this black shelf. This one was from Goodwill a long time ago. I almost said that one too. That was white. That was from Goodwill. That was like $3 for that long 5-foot shelf. So this was in the trash at that person's place, and it wasn't actually in the trash. It was just sitting on the street. So this one was also, I think, red at one point, and these are actually repainted with spray paint from Walmart. That's cotton candy. I think that's Ocean Breeze or Ocean Mist or something, but it looks more like a mint. And then this I'm concocted from regular wall paint, like the wall paint that you actually see on there on the wall right now that's white. I painted that with a mixture of the white wall paint and acrylic. That's actually a cheap way to do it. If you have a giant thing of white paint and you don't know what to do with it, take a little bit of that paint, because a little bit goes a long way. Mix it with a couple drops of acrylic, or maybe even a half a bottle of acrylic if you want to, and it works fine. It's perfectly good. And I did the same thing with these little cube shelves I had for the longest time. They were brown, and they were used for my wrestling figures. Wrestling figures are now in the other room, obviously, because that belongs in the other room. But they are now repurposed. And those were at Goodwill. I think I paid $1 for both of those in the Goodwill outlets back in like not 1990, really, from back in 2008, 2009 era. So those were like $2. The same place I got that little yellow shelf that's not displayed yet, I got this, and it was, I think, just wood color. I did a live stream where I painted this, and the same thing, I used the wall paint mixed with acrylic. Works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Looks really cute. This I actually got in West Virginia last year, and I love it. I wish I could find more of these little corner shelves. I painted this all by myself, same thing, same paint, just mixed my own colors, and I absolutely love it. I think this is the most I've ever paid for a shelf at a thrift store, was I think $4 for this thing, but I was like, no, it's perfect. It's gorgeous. It was actually, it was like a dark mint, not teal, but it was dark mint and peach, very 80s, and it had a sticker on it, which I think I kept, that said like made in Taiwan or something. I wish it had the maker of whatever like craft store it came from, because that was really pretty, and you could obviously tell it was vintage. This shelf right here, I think originally probably came from Dollar General, but my mom actually gave me this. That bottom piece right there needs to be glued back. It's really cheap and really wobbly now because I've had it for so long. I've had this since 2015, and someone had thrown it away at that time, and she found it. She's like, hey, do you want this? It was black. I had it for my My Little Ponies at one point on there, and even like Build-A-Bears were up top at one point, but I have painted it white. I think I painted it white last year and added this Mac Tack, stick-on stuff. And then I added Tsum Tsum Deco tape because it was really rough on top. I actually left it out in the rain, and it got warped on the top, and it looked terrible. So I fixed it up. Looks fine. I didn't have to throw it away. And then I have this little heart-shaped shelf. It's 3-tiered. This was from Goodwill. That I paid $4 for in the front of Goodwill. What I mean by the front of Goodwill is it wasn't in the Goodwill outlets. It was in the front of the store where everything is normal price. So that was about $4. And that was wood color. That was painted white. I did a live stream or a stream for that 2 years ago. I ended up deleting it because I had harassment from a long time YouTube harasser. Also, I do not know why my comments are disabled on YouTube. I have tried to fix it. So, now we've talked about that side, let's go ahead and talk about this side. This is the only thing I technically bought in here as far as furniture go, other than Goodwill and stuff like that. I bought this at Walmart. The basic tall shelves that are like IKEA shelves, unfortunately you cannot buy the white ones in Walmart anymore. You get really randomly lucky if they do have them, but I can't find them anywhere in Walmart. This was black, and I had to hand paint it white, ergo like the really rough chop spots. I don't care just as long as it's in there. I will eventually paint it again, but it was a pain in the butt to paint this, especially since I had strep throat last year when I was painting it. But these are, depending on what area you are, the state I am in, they're about $23, or was, with tax, it was $25. In the state over, it's $30, which we've made the big mistake of going out of state and grabbing Will another black one for himself, and it was $30. But whatever, it's a few dollars difference. It's no big deal. But I would suggest Facebook marketplaces in your local areas will have them for as cheap as $10 to $5. Yard sales, same thing, really cheap. unless you really just want to go to Walmart and spend that price. I just didn't want to have one pre-made. Our car is really small, and I just wanted to build it myself. That way I knew it would fit in the car. So that's why I did it. Same thing with this one. At the time we had a truck that we could get this. Those shelves that were thrown by the street were also thrown by the street with this. You know, it's smaller, and also it tilts, if you notice that. I have to get a clamp to make it even. I made the same mistake I made with the other one. I was in the middle of the process of painting it with spray paint the first time, and this was wood color. And I left it out, and I did not. I checked the weather, it said it wasn't going to rain. Well, guess what? It rained. It's got this super cute detail at the bottom, unlike the modern one. This one's an older one. Probably early 2000s or 90s or something, but other than it just being a little tilted from rain, it's fine. Yeah, this is like mostly particle board, but whatever. It's just housing stuff, and it's the same stuff you're gonna get from IKEA pretty much. The same thing, this shelf was white. It was in the trash with this and all those other shelves. That was, I think, white. I had lost one of the little pegs, but actually just found it the other day when I was cleaning. But I painted it all a light lilac color. I don't even know if I'm going to put that other peg in there. I don't care. It just houses my popples and secret keepings pup. Another thing is there's this little couch I'm actually going to replace. When I was talking about investing in items, I'm actually thinking about getting the sofa bed that's a twin size from IKEA. It's about $178. It's a little steep, but the thing is, it is a couch. It's couch shaped, and there's a little latch on it when you unhook it. It turns out into a bed, so it's an investment for, we have a lot of guests who visit us and stay over and stuff like that, and I want to feel comfortable. There's only one friend that does not feel comfortable in the toy room, which is totally fine. I understand it. It's whatever. But I can always roll the sofa bed into the living room, and they can sleep in there when they come visit and stuff like that. I just don't like this couch. It sticks out too far. It's a futon from, like, I think Big Lots or something, and it's broken, and I don't like it, and it's just serving a purpose of housing my vintage blankets and modern blankets and plushies, and right now my BJDs and stuff like that. So it's having a purpose, and plus when I do have friends over here, we do sit in here and hang out and craft and stuff like that. So it is serving a purpose of some sort. It was here when we moved in, and I don't want to lug it to the street. We live on land, and it's in the country, and it's like long walk to the dumpster, so I'm not doing all that. So I'm gonna take another seat real quick. Okay, so we were talking about the yard sale where the person like threw all these shelves away. Well, our neighbor next door in the old area we lived at threw this dollhouse away, and that was actually one of my Grail like dollhouses. One of those just like Toys R Us or Walmart, wherever they sell these. You see them really often, and they're all different shapes and sizes and stuff. I think I'm gonna eventually paint the wood color out white, sand it down, then paint it. But this was free. They threw this away, like not even 2 seconds after they put it to the street. My boyfriend Will actually said, "Hey, are you guys throwing that out? Or are you having someone pick it up?" They're like, "No, we're throwing it out. Why, do you want it?" Like, yes. So they're like, the little girl who had it or whatever, just like turned 13 or whatever, so she just wanted it gone. So that was free. You can get those on Facebook Marketplace for, I think, $20 to $10 to $5 if they're bored. I don't know, but that was a really cool find. Another thing that was free was actually this poster frame. People throw those away all the time. You'd be surprised. Or Facebook Marketplaces or yard sales, $1 to $5, whatever. This was from Five Below. This was $5. This is going to get repainted on a stream or something at some point. But it's just a cheap piece of little furniture. Also, if you see this in the corner, I just picked this up from a Facebook Marketplace person a little bit out of town. It was like a 45-minute drive. That was $5. I'm getting the matching piece for the underneath for my friend, and I'm really excited. So you guys stay tuned for that. But that was $5. I was looking for the other one with the hearts on it for the longest time, but this one I like way better, and it has a AV for, say, retro gaming or plug and plays. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, but that's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be like the JonTron videos, plug and play. It's gonna be hilarious. But I wanted it in here for when my friends come over and stuff like that. We love watching like old Sailor Moon VHSs, and we've been wanting to do that, and Disney and stuff like that. And so we want to get nostalgic, because this is Nostalgia Toys. You don't get more retro than a CRTV, especially if it's a Disney Princess thing, because that is the epitome of excitement for me. I get that for $5, and someone posted the heart one after that for $20. So if you're looking for that, I would suggest like Craigslist, yard sales, and eBay is very expensive when it comes to these TVs. Unfortunately, I did look, because I need the remote. Remote's not on there, it's for the other one. These will eventually get replaced with a cube shelf, but these are plastic shelves were given to me. I know you can pick them up on Facebook, yard sales, stuff like that for dirt cheap. These were given to me. So, there's not much to say about that. This net right here was a gift as well. But you can find those in yard sales or Goodwill all the time. Same thing for this. Go to the Goodwill outlets. They do have a lot of cheap furniture as well. I've done that many a time. We were in a pickle at one point and bought an $8 couch because it was a sofa bed. And the couch was pristine for $5. Or was it $8? I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a long while. So, net. You can get them pretty much anywhere. This is nothing to do with shelves or anything like that, but this is a Skylanders box with a holographic background, and if you want to display like little things, find stuff like that, like packaging. It's really cute. That works. I was actually going to show you guys. I put push pins in here right now, but this is actually a vape like tank box and stuff like that. It's actually got a hanging mechanism. What's really cool about these is you can put like rements and stuff in it. So I've had Gudetama in here for a while. I had another one at one point that housed Num Noms, but I didn't like change them out to something else. But these are really cool. I'm actually going to use this probably for some more little like miniatures and stuff like that. So like if your boyfriend vapes or whatever, like those are really cool. This has nothing to do with shelves, and I probably should have talked about this when I talked about the poster stuff. These are 2 Hello Kitty vinyl displays from Toys R Us, and my friend gave me those last year when she worked at Toys R Us and it was closing down, and I'm very proud of them. I love those to death. And okay, so you see this plushie chain. I actually thrifted that for $1. Again, yard sales, all that stuff. You can find those quite often, or if you want to look on eBay, I'm pretty sure they're no more than $5. They just really, the nets and the chains remind me of the 90s when we all had Beanie Babies or the Disney Store beanies. This is my only and my favorite one I have. So there's that. There's this little table. It was brown and it was ugly, and I made it really, really cute. This is probably what's going to house that TV. This, again, I used the wall paint, painted it out. There's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty much like a primer. And then I took some acrylic, made this really pale pink like top. It was really, really clean, really cute. And that's pretty much all I have to talk about. But that was free as well, because that was from the same person who gave me the net and those shelves. But I hope you guys got some ideas off of this, because you can pretty much again, Facebook marketplaces, Goodwills, Goodwill outlets, pretty much anywhere dirt cheap or free if you're not afraid to pick a shelf up off the street, because people do not need they just want them gone, and why put another thing in a landfill, right? And it gets to have a home again. It gets to have another life, So, a lot of this stuff is repurposed. And, yes, sometimes you can invest in something, That was not a big deal. $25, no big deal. But the investment really is going to come in handy for the couch. And the desk is actually going to be cheap. Walmart has a couple really, really cheap desks. There's a desk for, I think, 25 or 40, between 25 and $40 I'm looking at Walmart, and it's equivalent to the IKEA desk I was looking at that was $180. So, way to go, me. So in the couple weeks, I'll probably try to get that. If not, it's no big deal. But yeah, just try to think it over before you do anything. And also, if you have furniture you can't get rid of or something because it's sentimental or stuff, you can either cover it with Dollar Tree. I forgot what this is actually called. I call it MacTac. There's another word for it. It's just sticky paper with a design on it. There's marble ones. There's that one, which is actually underneath this, but it looks pink and blue, or pink and gray, but it's gray and white. There's also wood grain. Just whatever you want to do. Honestly, whatever you want to do. But you can make anything cute, really. You just gotta make it cute and make it adorable and pretty much follow your goal, like, for real. Like, look at these curtains. These are not curtains, actually. This was a sheet. This was a full sheet at one point. And when we moved in here, I did not have a curtain in here because I had no idea I was going to have a toy room. I have no idea if I'll have a toy room in its own room or if it'll have to be in a bedroom the next time we move in the future. Who knows? But I took and sewed a huge line across it and made it into curtains. And I do eventually want plain ones, but this has been fine for the past year. It's free. I wasn't using it. It's fine. And it's not like it's one of the vintage ones I have. So that's another really great idea. Another good idea also is fabric, scrap fabric. I've had this purple tulle that I used as the top part of a bunting on my curtains back when I lived at home in my teens, and it was like $1 at Goodwill, outlets being weighed and stuff. So there was that, and then all of this iridescent blue fabric. This is very jasmine, other than the bow, was on clearance in the fabric at Walmart for $2, and there was about 4 or so yards of that. So you can do that as well. Look at the clearance fabric at Walmart, or look at the textiles at Goodwill if they have any. I made that bow a long time ago for Lolita, and I just never used it. I don't even know if I'm going to have that up there for longer or what, but, like, that's another idea. Just giving you some ideas there. Also, the people who lived here before threw a ton of stuff outside, and you can always repurpose stuff that you just find laying around. This purple, like, hanging door thingy, it was already purple. It didn't have the bunnies and the butterfly on it. I already had that stuff. But I cleaned up that and I put all those clips on it, and it just makes perfect for my little vintage Sanrio purses and my crocheted hats from friends that are super cute and stuff like that. So that's another idea. I don't know. I know not everybody's gonna find stuff randomly in their yard when they move to repurpose, but who knows? You might. I hope that gave you guys some ideas. I know this is very long and long-winded, but this is also a lot of hopefully good ideas for you guys. And just don't be afraid to get creative with it. Just get really creative. But I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.